This essential oil creates a calm atmosphere during stressful circumstances.
Has cleansing properties, provides a soothing sensation which may contribute to feelings of open airways.
And it actually comes from a plant that can grow 60 feet tall and 15 feet wide.
Welcome to the show where we dive into the incredible world of essential oils and natural wellness. Today we're exploring the fresh, invigorating power of doTERRA's Eucalyptus Essential Oil.
From its purifying benefits to its soothing aroma, eucalyptus has something for everyone.
Whether you're a seasoned oil user or just started your wellness journey, this episode will inspire you to incorporate this versatile oil into your daily routine. Let's breathe in the possibilities.
We're talking eucalyptus today.
Yes, we are.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm so excited to go learn from our experts and have some conversations and maybe figure out new ways to use eucalyptus. I don't know. What about you?
I know, who better to share the information than our science experts, our sourcing experts. We have so much wealth of knowledge here.
Yeah, who are you going to interview?
So I'm going to go interview Dr. Brannick Riggs, who's the expert in this. We're going to learn about his position. Yeah.
And I'm going to go interview Taylor MacKay. I'm super excited. He's our sourcing expert, and so we will see you there.
See ya.
We are here with Taylor MacKay. I'm so excited for you guys to meet Taylor MacKay. Even though I bet everyone already knows him, I just met him. So I'm super excited to meet you and talk with you. And thanks for being here.
Yeah, so I'm Taylor, and I'm our Vice President of Global Strategic Sourcing.
Okay.
I've been with doTERRA for about 12 years in different roles, different capacities. Most recently, I've been living and working in Kenya in East Africa, managing our sub-Saharan African sourcing portfolio, and then just relocated back to the U.S.
Today we're discussing eucalyptus oil, and I'm so excited to pick your brain and hear just like the deep dive of sourcing. And I just feel like you have all sorts of information that we are not privy to. So first tell us your thoughts on eucalyptus.
Oh, great question. Yeah, super cool product. It's been in the aromatherapy world for a long time. I think a lot of people are familiar with the scent, right? Like that's kind of just unique eucalyptus smell. Our eucalyptus blend is quite unique. We've got 5 different species and varieties of eucalyptus that make up the single that are grown in multiple parts of the world, in South Africa, in Eswatini, in Rwanda, and Australia.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to hear about the 5. What do we need to know those names, or is it just 5 different species that all come together? And
it's 5 different species. Yep. Radiata, globulus.
You know them all? This is impressive.
Kochii. I don't know them all. Polybactia.
Okay.
And one is Lox lis.
Okay. I've never heard that word. That's fantastic.
It's a shortened word for.
And we've put together like a good recipe of all 5 of those? Or?
That's right. Yeah. So we've combined each of these for their chemical constituents and to have a very unique product offering that kind of maximizes the benefit.
And what does eucalyptus look like? If we have some like new users, I feel like we all can kind of fill in maybe what we think the plant looks like this little fake box right here.
Yeah, it looks a little plastic.
When we sat down, he said, that's not exactly how it looks. So I'd love for you to tell us, do all 5 of these species look different?
They do.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So there's actually over 700 different species and types of eucalyptus in the world. They all have, kind of unique look to them, but there's also kind of a holistic eucalyptus kind of vibe. But they're all trees. They grow 100 or so feet tall. Different leaf structures. Some have kind of a wider leaf, a longer leaf. Some of the coloration is different. It's kind of a bluish color or green. So there's kind of different varieties, right, and different looks, but all trees.
As you're saying that, I'm realizing I've seen like long, skinny eucalyptus leaves and then just the really round, like coin-like leaf. Yeah, I'm realizing those are all similar plants, and I'm not sure I've connected that. So tell us about sourcing. Give us kind of like if you'll share with us, have you ever visited? Do we visit these sites, these farms? I'm just really curious about the sourcing, especially since we're spread out to 5 different locations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we often say, as much as we source essential oils, we're also in the business of sourcing people.
I love that, by the way.
And finding the right partners and the right supply chains that really share our values and our vision. And eucalyptus is one of those. where we have some really phenomenal partners who each in their own sphere in different parts of the world are thinking really intentionally about the impact that they have on their communities, trying to solve challenging problems that they're facing locally, and are just really wonderful people to work with.
That's so great. Do you know any of these people personally, or?
Yeah. I was actually at the South Africa convention.
I was wondering if there was a connection there.
Last year, yep. And one of our producers there from South Africa producing Radiata was able to come and speak and kind of tell his story. Stuart Bateman is his name. And just a wonderful gentleman who is trying to grapple with creating economic empowerment and opportunities through eucalyptus and other value chains and essential oils, and wrestling with, challenging histories in South Africa and building bridges and trying to do community development work and shared prosperity. So he's a really inspiring person.
That's fantastic. Every time I get to speak to anyone on your team, I'm so inspired that, first of all, you guys get to go on these trips. It's phenomenal. And meet and see the behind the scenes. And then also that we are seeking out humans that are passionate about this, just like we are here. And I love talking to Ben and Krista, and I just love hearing what you guys see on the ground. It's so exciting. And I kind of wish I could go with you guys. I feel like I say that in every episode. But just hearing about these people that have put their whole life into this plant, and that I get to open a bottle anytime I want and put it on my hands and share it with my kids. And it's just really cool. What's your favorite way to use eucalyptus, or how are you using it?
Yeah, so it's part of the Breathe blend. Great to diffuse or put on the chest. Yeah, eucalyptus is just one of those, take a deep breath and this feels way better.
Yeah, totally. So diffuser, human inhaler, on the hand. I feel like we put it on our hands so many times today. We love sharing with our new oil users just new interesting ways of maybe try this. And this has worked for a lot of us here. And we so appreciate your knowledge, and sharing your team with our podcast has just been amazing. And to hear more about this oil that we all get to use every day is really special. So thank you so much for sharing with us.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Kate, I got a question. How do you use eucalyptus essential oil?
Eucalyptus. Oh, I love that oil. I use it in the gym, in the steam room, where the steam is coming from. So you just drip some right next to the outlet, and then the entire room will smell like eucalyptus. Sometimes when I'm showering, I also like to drip on the floor too, on the tiles and whatnot. So
you let the steam carry it up?
Yes. So it's more for aromatic usage.
Love it. Thank you. All right. Well, welcome. We are here with Dr. Brannick Riggs, the expert. For those who are potentially seeing this for the first time, or they're listening in for the first time, give us a 15, 20-second version of what you do here at doTERRA, what your role is.
So I'm an integrative family physician, and I'm vice president of essential oil education. So my role is to go out and educate the world, university systems, hospital systems, physicians, and our wellness advocates on the benefits of essential oils.
Love it. And you do a great job at it.
Oh, thank you.
We're always so grateful for your wealth of knowledge and your expertise here. And today we're talking about eucalyptus.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Is it? Yeah, give us kind of just your overall thoughts about it first. Just would love to hear, just what you think.
Yeah, eucalyptus chemistry is amazing and super powerful. I love the 1,8-cineole in eucalyptus. And as I get to know an oil, I like to build out the chemistry. This is 1,8-cineole.
That's it.
So it's pretty fascinating to look at what it looks like. What I like about this for me is these molecules, as I build them out, kind of help me make sense of some of the chaos, because there's order to chemistry. It's the same every time. And so as I build a molecule out, I go, okay, I'm familiar with this now. I understand the way it looks, the shape of it, and then I can better understand its application in the human body.
Because my next question is to kind of talk about those chemical constituents and dive a little bit deeper. But if you're thinking, if someone potentially has no idea, this is the first time they're hearing about chemical constituents, how do you explain something like this, right?
Sure.
Because to me, I'm going to be honest,
right.
This doesn't mean anything to me.
Of course.
But I know you could explain it.
Yes. So I have an undergraduate degree in biochemistry. It's one of my majors, and I really have grown to love the chemistry of nature. We talk about chemistry, often when we use that term, we're talking about synthetic chemistry, but everything is made up of chemistry. You're made up of chemistry. The plants are made up of chemistry. The air that we breathe is made up of chemistry. So it's not a bad thing. It's the thing that all life is based upon. And so there's natural chemistry, which is what we get in our essential oils. And then there's synthetic chemistry. The beauty of essential oils is that they are made up of a myriad of chemical compounds, not just one chemical compound. And so as you begin to study an oil and the intricacies of what the one does, and then how the one is affected by the myriad of other chemicals within it, it's pretty amazing to see that and begin to understand how all of this orchestrates together in the human body to be helpful for us.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about the specific chemical makeup or compound of eucalyptus and how they're working together, what's the benefits of that? Give us a rundown.
Okay, so eucalyptus is largely made up of 1,8 cineole. That's this one, right?
Yep. Yeah. It's in several other essential oils, correct?
Yeah. So cardamom, for instance. I love cardamom also because love the smell of cardamom, and it's full of 1,8 cineole as well. So when I'm dealing with anything dealing with my respiratory system, I'm grabbing either cardamom or eucalyptus. And then, of course, we also have Breathe, right, which has eucalyptus in it, has some cardamom in it, right? So we've harnessed that within that blend. But sometimes even with my Breathe, I'll add a little bit more eucalyptus or cardamom as well because I understand the chemistry and want extra power in there.
Interesting. So, and I'm curious about that. When you're mixing and you're adding, I mean, what's the specifics of those? Because there's going to be people who are like, I don't know what to do. Like, do I add 1 drop, 2 drops? Like, give us kind of usage of that scenario.
The nice thing is for the most part, doTERRA has taken out the guesswork. As a beginning user, right? In my home, we just use Breathe. We diffused it. We applied it topically. We just use Breathe. As I began to understand the chemistry more, understand how to harness the use of that chemistry, then I began grabbing other things to mix to some of the blends that we already have. But for a beginning user, just grab your Breathe. It's fantastic. And it has the eucalyptus, peppermint, cardamom, other things in it that is so helpful for us. So when I'm using Breathe and we're diffusing it, particularly around times of seasonal threats, that's this time of year, going to the next 3-4 months, then we'll do about 3 drops of Breathe in the diffuser, 3 or 4, and then we'll grab, again, either eucalyptus or cardamom and put 2 extra drops of those in there to just add that extra kick of the 1,8 cineole to help us as we deal with some of those challenges.
Gosh, that's so interesting. Well, and I know we actually went around and talked to a few people how they use, this specific oil, in the shower was one to kind of get those open airways. And so I'm curious, how else do you use eucalyptus, again, for someone who maybe has used it one way or doesn't know how to use it? What are some different ways to use it?
Unfortunately, in Utah, we sometimes get some bad air that can irritate the mucosal membranes. Again, inversion, other things that may cause some mucosal irritation. You can grab your eucalyptus for that one.
Jeez, that's amazing. Well, Dr. Riggs, I could honestly talk to you all day.
Thank you.
I feel like I always learn so much. Always so good to know what's in the oil, right? Yeah. What makes it so powerful and how to use it. So we appreciate your time and your knowledge.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate it.
We're back.
What'd you learn? Oh my gosh, I learned so much, but mostly I wish you guys could smell us because we smell like we're so like eucalyptus like nobody's business, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My hands are like really intense.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Anyway, we were able to learn so much today talking to our experts, which I hope you were able to learn something as well.
Yeah, honestly. And if you did learn something, whether it's your first time or you're an expert user of eucalyptus, make sure that you comment below. We want to hear your thoughts. And it also helps other people who are trying to kind of get used to using these oils. And if you haven't, make sure to subscribe to the podcast, YouTube, wherever you're listening or watching this. And thanks for joining. We really appreciate you, and we will talk to you next time.
See ya.